class, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So class, today we are going to learn a new lesson, lesson 17, means of transport. So kindly take out your green circle book and then we shall proceed further with the lesson. The very word transport means a mechanism that helps us to move from one place to another. People travel from one place to another for various reasons. For example, going to workplace, to visit their relatives and cousins, to attend events such as birthday party, wedding ceremony, and to go to market to buy vegetables. Many people leave their own country and settle to another country. This movement is known as migration, and those people are known as migrants. Such people leave citizenship of their own country and take up the citizenship of another country where they are settled. So in this chapter we will discuss about different means of transport. There are three means of transport, that is land transport, water transport and air transport. Number 1, land transport. Land transport are the transport that moves on land. Land transport is highly used means of transport. Example, bus, car, scooter, etc. All the land transport require fuel to activate the engine. Example, personal car, personal vehicles like scooter, bike, use petrol as fuel. Public transport, example, bus, taxi, etc. use diesel or CNG as fuel. The bus that uses CNG as a fuel is green in color. It is an eco-friendly fuel that emits no pollution in air. There is one more fuel which is used by buses nowadays, that is electricity. The bus which uses electricity as a fuel, which are battery operated, are blue in color. They are also eco-friendly as it does not contribute to air pollution. Moving on to railways. India has the largest railway network in Asia and the fourth largest network in the world. A train runs on rails. Thus, train networks are called railways. There are two types of trains, passenger train and goods train. A train that carries people from one place to another are called passenger train, whereas a train that carries goods from one place to another are called goods train. There are also some trains that are classified according to their speed. Goods train has the slowest speed. Local train are faster compared to goods train. Superfast trains are faster compared to local trains, and express train are the fastest. TGV of France holds the record for a speed of more than 500 km per hour. Moving forward, we will learn about train ticket, which is very important to commence the journey. Now there are three types of ticket. Number 1, platform ticket. Number 2, normal journey ticket. And number 3, reservation ticket. Now I will teach you to identify these tickets. As you can see on the screen, this is a platform ticket. Very evidently we can see the word platform on right hand side. We can also see rupees 10 on right hand side, which indicates cost of ticket. And on top we can see the date when ticket was purchased, that is 2/4/2016. On left hand side we can see valid for 2 hours only, which shows the validation of the ticket, after which the ticket becomes null and void. That means you cannot use that ticket for further purpose. Next we will discuss about normal journey ticket. The first thing you should always notice on normal journey ticket is place. For example, as you can see on the screen, the journey begins from Ranchi and ends in Muri. You must always pay attention to this section of the ticket. Then below that, where it is mentioned AD, You must be wondering what is AD? AD means adult and CH means children. Always remember, the fare of children is always half. That is, the cost of ticket, if it is 40, then for same ticket, children fare would be 20. They would receive concession. And on right hand side, on the top, you can see date of journey, and below that you can see rupees 40, that is the cost of the ticket. Whereas reservation ticket is completely different. Generally when people travel long journey, they reserve a ticket. On the screen you can see a reservation ticket. According to this ticket, the person is traveling from Mumbai Central to Ratlam Junction. On the left hand side, right on the top, you can see a PNR number. This PNR number is used to check whether the seat is confirmed or not. Right beside that, you can see a train number which will help you to identify the train. After that, there is a date which shows the date of journey, when you are going to commence the journey. And then of course it's a kilometer that is reflected, which shows how far the place is where you're traveling. Below that we can see coach, seat, berth, sex and age. The most important thing which you have to keep in mind is coach. According to this ticket, the person has been allotted coach A3 and his seat number is 31 and he has got the lower berth. For that reason it is written LB. Sex, of course, he is a male, so it is M. If it would have been female, then it would have been F. Then according to the age of the person, it would be mentioned there. And then on the right hand side you will find the cost of the ticket. According to this ticket, the cost of the ticket is 1575. Then on the right hand side at the bottom you can see SCHDEP, that means scheduled departure. That means the train will depart from that particular junction from Mumbai Central at 17:40. That means 5:40 p.m. the train will depart. And on what date? 28:10. And the train will reach to Raktalam Junction. It is mentioned there, ARR, which means arrival. The train will reach to Raktalam Junction, the destination, on 29:10 and the timing is 2:18 p.m. So this is how you can identify these three different tickets. On the platform ticket, only platform is mentioned. There is nothing more to look after that. On the normal journey ticket, the name of the places are mentioned. Like for example, according to this ticket, it is Ranchi to Muri. And you can see on the screen that the date of the journey is mentioned. But on reservation ticket, you will find that PNR number. This is something different in reservation ticket. You will find that PNR number is there. That number will help you to check whether your seat is confirmed or not. In case if your seat is not confirmed, it is in waiting list, do not travel. Because as soon as the train will leave from the station, your money would be refunded to the account from where it has been deducted. Traveling, even after knowing that your seat is in waiting list, it will incur your fine. The person who is called TTE, which means Travelling Ticket Examiner, he is appointed by the railway department to check whether all the passengers are holding the ticket for journey or not, and also whether they are following the rules and regulations of journey or not. In case they are not following it, in case someone is found without ticket, in case someone is found with the ticket but his or her name is in the waiting list, then they have to pay a huge amount of fine to TTE. Moving on, we will discuss about water transport. Traveling on water is the oldest form of transport. Transports like rafts, boats, sailboats, ships are used on water. Hence, they are known as water transport. In ships, there are also two types of ships. Number one, The ship that carries passenger, those are known as cruise liners. Cruise liners are the ship which carries people from one place to another, which is fully furnished, which has restaurants, which has swimming pools, cabins, and all the amenities and facilities which is required to be on a cruise liner. Whereas the ship that carries things from one place to another are called cargo ships. Even oil carrier come under the category of cargo ship. The oil carrier ship carries oil from one country to another, and in between the journey, in case if the oil carrier gets leaked, then it is going to be a devastation for marine life, as marine life would be adversely affected if the oil carrier spills the oil on the water, as it would be very difficult for the marine life to breathe. Moving on, we are going to discuss about the last means of transport, that is air transport. Air transport is the fastest means of transport, yet it is expensive. For example, for 2 hours journey, you need to pay maximum 3 to 5,000. It depends upon the journey from where to where you want to travel, but of course it is not cheap, it is expensive. For example, if you want to travel to Delhi and you are in Kharagpur, then first you need to go to Kolkata airport. Take a flight from there to Delhi. It will take around 2 hours to reach Delhi, 2 to 2.5 hours to reach Delhi, but you have to pay an expense of around 5,000 to 4,000. It depends upon the season and the time while you are traveling, because the fare charges always goes up and down. It's never consistent. Yes, it saves time, but it is not cost effective. It is expensive. As trains, they start their journey from a railway station and ends their journey to a railway station. In the same manner, aeroplanes, flights, they start their journey from the runway of airport and they end their journey to the runway of airport. Now there are two types of airlines. Number 1, domestic airlines, and number 2, international airlines. The very name domestic airlines gives us an idea that these are the airlines which helps the people to move within the country. Let's say for example, if I want to go to Delhi, then I will take a flight for Delhi from Kolkata. Whereas international airlines are the one that takes people from one country to another. For example, from India to Britain. Helicopter is also a air transport, but it cannot travel a longer distance. It is only meant to travel a shorter distance. Keeping the present scenario in mind, yes, spaceship and rocket cannot be considered as a mode of transport. They are not for common men right now. But as we have heard in the news recently that people have found life on other planet. People of Earth, they are planning to shift to other planet. They have volunteered. So probably in future, spaceship and rocket can be used. There is a possibility it can be used as a mode of transport. Moving on, we are going to discuss about special means of transport. Apart from land transport, water transport, air transport, there are certain special transports. Now let us discuss about them one by one. As we all know, camel is the only animal that can survive without water for a longer period of time on the scorching heat of desert. So hence, camel is the mode of transport in desert. In forest, it is the elephant that is used to carry heavy loads. Postal van carries the letters and the couriers which we send through Indian postal services to different parts of the country. An ambulance is used to take patient from home to hospital, and once the patient is fine, well treated, then again to take patient from hospital to home. That is the service that ambulance provides. And then the fire engine is used to put down the fire. The big tank of water which the fire engine has helps the fire brigade person to put down the fire. Due to advancement in technology, means of transport has upgraded, which has helped people a lot.